Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. And in this video we are taking a look at a 3-pack from Warhammer 40,000, and this is the Ultramarines Aggressors 3-pack. And it's from Joy Toy. I have to say a huge thank you to Joy Toy for sending this little box set over for me to take a look at. It is very much appreciated. Cannot wait to crack this open and have a look, especially after having a look at the Chaos Space Marines. Can't wait to have a look at these Ultramarines. Now within the box you get 3 individual boxes with each of the figures inside. Now from what I can tell from the box on the outside, they all look very similar. There's a lot of similarities between these 3 figures. But that's obviously because they're in their uniform anyway. So here are the 3 boxes. They are 1/18th scale, so that means that roughly they stand around 14.5 centimeters high, and that's a 1/18th scale. As I said, these are Games Workshop. So Games Workshop is obviously the tabletop game that a lot of us are familiar with. And you would collect the miniatures and paint them and then obviously play the game with them. These are the Joy Toy 1/18th scale action figure versions of those figures, of those characters. Now these are the Ultramarines, as I said. So Ultramarine Aggressors. Now I don't know a huge amount about the Warhammer 40,000 characters, I'm going to be honest with you there, but as far as action figures go, these are really something quite special. I think it's really cool that they do this as a 3-pack because they do look good together. They look good, as I said, with the other ones that I've had a look at. They do look good in kind of a little kind of squad, so having 3 in one box is really cool. But I've split the box up so that I can do 3 reviews, 1 on each one of them, and then we'll have a look at them all together at the end as well. So here he is out of the box. Here is the first one. Now they do have names, but I'm not going to try to attempt to say the names because I'll probably get the pronunciation wrong, but the names are listed there on the card. Now something that is different about these ones is they come with a little stand, as you can see there, which is again a little plus. It's nice to have a little stand there. Every single one of these comes with a masked head and an unmasked head as well, and each one of the unmasked heads are different, so they do look different. They look individual when you've got them all stood up. Now he comes with his helmet on, and the unmasked head comes in the box. One thing I will point out is that they are quite fiddly to get the helmet off, because of the way that their costume is designed. It is quite fiddly to get it off. Here's the stand, nice little bit of detail on the stand there. No branding though, which is a shame. But then at the same token, it's quite good that there is no branding because it makes it more realistic for photographs and stuff. But these figures are cool. These are cool. I like these guys. So they've got obviously these 2 great big kind of Gatling gun type things attached to each of the arms. And there's like all these cogs and everything that go into the backpack. And then there's these like ammo belts as well as these wires. The sculpting and the level of detail on these figures is fantastic. Now if we just have a look at the head sculpt here of the unmasked head, you can see there's a real detail level of sculpting that's gone into it. Something else to point out is that they have kind of belts. Each one of them's got a belt and they've got different things hanging on their belts. This one has got like a little skull in like a, I don't know, like a box, and what looks to be like a scroll hanging as well, hanging down. He's got 2 closed fists, hasn't got any alternate hands or anything, but here you go, here's the backpack with all the cogs and everything. The shoulder pads are all quite good, they've got Roman numerals on them. Now I don't know how accurate these are in comparison to the miniature versions that you play with the game, but I would assume that they're pretty spot on because they are licensed by Games Workshop and obviously their official Warhammer 40,000 figure, so I would assume that these are quite spot on. One thing I will say is that the paint application on these figures is fantastic. There's like the different shading, there's like the different kind of, I mean they look like they're in armor, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're really nice. And this is the kind of trading card that you get with it, with the name. I can't read anything that's on the back there. There's a few little places of articulation that I wasn't expecting. So like on the backpack, the little things on the top kind of move around as well. But for a small figure, there is a lot of articulation, even in these ones where the kind of ammo belt is attached to the backpack. I love that detail. I'm not going to lie. That's probably my favourite detail about these. So these great big kind of ammo straps that kind of come out of the backpack and into the guns as well. Yeah, I mean, but the level of detail is phenomenal. Like even just on the helmets, not that, even that is really good. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what much more I can say about them. I mean, if you're a fan of Warhammer 40,000 and Ultramarines are your squad, then these are definitely worth picking up, because they're just so articulated as well. They're going to be a lot of fun to take pictures of and get in front of the camera and sort of maybe out and about, like actually out in the wild, as opposed to like a fake kind of setup with dioramas and stuff. But here's the whole squad together. Here is the 3 of them together, and as you can see, even though they're all in the same armour, they do all look different. You've clearly got like the sergeant there at the front with the different colour helmet and the different details there on the thigh, on his gloves and stuff, but they just look really good together. They work. Yeah, I think doing this as a 3-pack was a definite good move on kind of Joy Toys' behalf. But yeah, do check out my playlist. I've had a look at a few of these other Warhammer 40,000 figures, including the other 2 Ultramarines from this 3-pack. And of course, please do like, share, subscribe, and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, and I guess I will see you soon.